Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey guys, it's Eclectic Sims here. Please follow me on all my socials. As you guys can see, this is my Twitter. I'll be posting updates for Twitch and YouTube here to let you guys know when I'm live streaming and when I'm going to be dropping videos and different links for different videos on different platforms. This is my Patreon. I'm currently dropping content here now, trying to get back into content creating. So you becoming a free member really helps me out. So I hope to see you guys here. This is my Instagram account. I'll be posting mainly updates for Patreon here, when I'm dropping and what I'm dropping. And lastly is my account for behind the scenes work. I hope to see you guys there. Bye.
Please take this time to hit the subscribe button. Have you hit it yet? Hit the subscribe button. Please do so. Just hit the please. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit it. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
And I'm back with another video. Hi guys, it's Eclectic Sims, and in today's video I've decided that I'm going to show you guys my save files. So this particular video is just going to be for my Ether save file, and then I'm going to make like 2 more videos of the other 2. Ooh, excuse me. Now of course you guys have seen Otherworld before, but I think I'm going to give an overview. I think I'm going to give an overview of Otherworld anyway, just because. And then I'm going to show you guys my other one. I think I have about 4 main ones in total, so I'm going to show you guys those. And then I've started the new one, but I don't have too much going on, so eventually you guys will get a video of that. But I did want to explain, since I do consider all these different save files like a different universe, kind of like some Marvel shit. And so this is the Ether save. I just call it Ether. That's the name of it. As you guys know, if you guys watched, what video was that? It was my how-to series, basically my e-tutor series, where I basically showed you guys how I split up my saves, and so all of them are their own thing. I never really have or like in my game multiple saves. If I do, it's like 1 or 2, and then eventually I split those apart so they have their own thing, and I just transfer my mods folder between each of them, because you know they all share the same mods or whatever, same CC, whatever. It's just different sims. So if you want to know how I split all my things up, go watch that video. I'll probably leave it up so you guys can watch it as well towards the end. But there's Otherworld, which is the main save. That's the save I've had almost going on 10 years now. And the rest of the saves besides my Maxis saves file are alternate universes of Otherworld. So Ether is the alternate universe of Otherworld. And then, of course, this new version of Otherworld is a completely different alternate universe that's basically just starting the Otherworld timeline all over again. From the beginning, also adding new characters, because I've decided that I wanted more structure in that save file. And I'm not going to be able to do that with the way it stands now. So I might as well just start over, if that makes sense. Alright, so like I said, we are in the Ether save file. Now this is, like I said, an alternate universe, so some things you guys have probably seen before in the Otherworld save file. Of course things in that save file have changed, but basically the timeline for this one is like certain things were kept and not tore down, and other things like this, right, in the Otherworld save file, this lot is an empty lot. But in this universe, there's a house here and there's a sim that lives here. So there are things that are different, and then there's things that are the same, if that makes sense. And then there are some sims here that are the same as well, while others are new and things of that. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys around. Like I said, there's not going to be very much gameplay. I'm just showing you guys their homes, explaining the households and the connections and the story that they have going on right now, and that's about it. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and please keep watching till the end if you're interested. Okay, so we're gonna start with Willow Creek. I do not play with every world in the save file yet. I haven't even been. This is my first time being in the save file in the last few months. So I had to actually like refresh my memory on everything before I made this video. So we're actually gonna start. We'll do them last. So we're actually gonna start with the ones that I started. We're gonna start with the Sims I started with first. And that is the Scott household. So now we're in the house, and as you guys can see here, this is Travis Scott. We're in his household, and in this household, Travis actually married Liberty Lee. So now her name is Liberty Lee Scott, Liberty Lee Scott. And then they have their 3 children. Leland is their oldest. Tilly Lee is their second oldest, and Timothy Lee is their youngest child that they just had the last time I played this game, or at least this save at least. So this is their home here. It's just a 1-story, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. Now I could add another bathroom, but at the time I felt like their bedroom needed the space given that they both work from home. So maybe in the future they'll get it renovated and have a second bathroom, but I'll do that later. But yeah, this is the house. Alright, this is the outside of it. Okay, so the story with them is Travis and Trinity, or what's her name? Liberty, child. Where am I getting Trinity from? Travis and Liberty got married, I want to say, in my mind, in this universe after college. And they were good for a while, and then they moved into an apartment building, and that's kind of where the problem started. And I want to say they were married for like a good year before all their problems started. And so the problem is when they moved to that apartment complex. So they get there, they had the whole welcome wagon, and within that welcome wagon they had a neighbor. The neighbor was named Sierra. That's actually her name. And Sierra and Liberty did not get along like at all. Like they did not get along at all. Liberty did not like Sierra. Sierra did not like Liberty, okay? And so, you know, they end up having a spat. And Sierra basically told Liberty, you know, I could take your man from you. And Liberty was like, oh no, you couldn't. Travis is not going nowhere. He's my husband. You know, we've been together forever. He's not going anywhere. Lo and behold, Sierra starts an affair with Travis, and Travis goes along with it because he's attracted to Sierra. And mind you, at this time, Liberty is pregnant with their oldest son that she's holding right now, Leland. And so, you know, the affair happens for a while. Liberty ends up finding out about it because she caught Sierra and Travis in the act. She tells Travis they need to move. And he needs to hurry up because, you know, she doesn't want anything to happen to the baby because there's a lot of stress for her. And it's either we move or we get a divorce. And she was going to move back with her parents, which I will show you guys later. And so, of course, this was like the first house that Travis came across that they could afford. Not the best neighborhood, but it was something, and his wife was cool with it as long as they got out of that apartment complex. And so that's pretty much what happened. However, it's not like the affairs really stopped as far as, you know, Travis is concerned. Liberty has no clue, but Travis actually gets around in this one. He actually lives a double life. On one hand, he is a family man. On another end, he is out here creating broken homes with other people from that same apartment complex. Okay, they have since moved, but yeah. So that's the story with them. Travis has a double life. And as far as like what happened in this house so far, all of Travis's like other lovers, you know, have been here. They've met Liberty. She has no idea that Travis is sleeping with these people, but he's introduced them to her, and he's invited them over. When they moved here after she had Leland, her parents actually came and stayed with them. They were staying in this room. and her parents actually just recently left back to Mount Komarebi, because to me that's where they're from. And so yeah, that's what's going on with them. It's a lot of drama going on. So now we're going to move on to the next household, so I can kind of show you guys what's going on over there, right? Now we're in the next household, and this household, I forgot. This is the household of Venus Jones. Alright, so this is Venus, and Venus actually just got home from work, it looks like, from what I read. And this is her house. This is actually her grandparents' house, but she lives with her grandparents that are actually not here at the moment. And she lives right across from the Scott household, okay? So this is their house. Now, the thing about this house is actually roughly inspired and based on a house that my grandparents actually used to live in. And this is the inside. All right, this is the living room, dining room, that's the kitchen. This is her grandparents' bedroom here. This is the bathroom, and then this is her bedroom right here. Right, it actually was way more detailed than this once upon a time. However, I have lost some of the CC due to me deleting my save file like a few years ago. So it's not as detailed as it used to be, but it's good enough, right? So there's really not much going on with Venus. She kind of just, you know, keeps up with the house, pays the bills when her grandparents send her the money to. You know, she goes out when she wants to with her friends, and she is kind of just focused on working at the moment, not doing too much. Out of this entire save, right, she's probably my most chill sim, just because I don't have like a super crazy storyline for her at the moment. So excuse me. So that's Venus. She does know her neighbors, as you guys can see here. She doesn't talk to them very much, but she's okay with them. So yeah, that is Venus. So we're gonna go to the next household now, and I will be back. We are with the next household. This is actually the Kim. Okay, what is their last name? I always get it mixed up. The Kim Lewis household. I think that's what it is, right? Kim. Yeah, the Kim Lewis household. Okay, so this is them. Well, some of them. This is their house. All right. And this child, I don't have the MC command thing on. Alright, so this is Eric Lewis, as you guys can see here. This is their daughter Olivia, and then I think they should all be at work, really. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you're not at work. I don't know why you're not at school. And then this is Alice. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know why she looks sad. Oh, she's uncomfortable. She's on her period, child. She's on her period. She needs to go to work. I don't know what she's doing. Girl, I know you on your period, but can't stay here. Where is he at? Oh, okay. So he's up here with the baby. This is Dennis, and then we got Miss Vivian down here. Alright, so everybody pretty much got a makeover except for Dennis. And it's not that, you know, I don't like him or anything. I just didn't get to him at the time. But eventually, he will get his makeover. Alright, now it definitely won't be tonight, because I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to make these videos. So, is there any drama in this household like that? Not really. Kim, or not Kim, child. Alice and Lewis get along fine. They, like I just had a baby. As you guys can see, they named her Laurel. I don't think that's gonna be her name. I don't know, Olivia and Laurel and Olivia. I don't have a sim, nor have I ever had a sim named Laurel. So I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might leave it alone. I'm not sure. But as you can see, you know, Dennis is up here being a grandfather. However, now out of everybody, I think it's Vivian that kind of has a little bit going on. Now I don't, or I wouldn't call it drama, right? Girl, I wouldn't call it drama. But Miss Vivian, okay, even though she's up there in age, you know, she don't look like it clearly. You know, black don't crack. But she do get around. Okay, it seems like, and not too much because there's only 2 people here. But at one point, she was seeing Marcus Flex. Now, I'm be honest with you, I don't know when that happened. Okay, I don't know when that happened, and clearly it's not happening no more because it's blank, it's gone. So the spark is gone, child. Thrill's gone. However, she's seeing Grant, a Silverman who is much younger than she is, and they seem to have a steady relationship. He comes over here from time to time and, you know, blows her back out. So yeah, that's pretty much like the only. Oh wait, no, it's not. Dennis actually has something going on too. Now I don't know if it's still going. It looks like it is. Child, I haven't been here in a while. Oh, okay, it is. I'm sorry if that was like really loud. My bad. But I didn't refresh myself with everything right away. I forgot. Okay, I'm sorry. Dennis is seeing Dominique Aguilar. Okay, so she's a single mother. She's actually bisexual. So when they started their relationship, I was a little surprised because I usually see her with women. So I was a little surprised by that. I'm not gonna lie, even though she is bisexual. And then there is Sierra. This is the Sierra I was telling you about from the Travis Scott household. Okay, this is her. We gonna get to her, but this is her. Okay, since we're here, and her and Dennis are seeing each other. I think they just flirted a couple times. I don't think they've slept together. He's definitely slept with Dominique, but not with Sierra. But yeah, so that's what's going on in this household. Not too much. Not too much. Alright, and this is the house. This house is actually on the gallery. This was a base game house that I just completely redid. So yeah, that's what that is. And I'm finally getting some use out of it because in the actual Otherworld save, no one stays in this house. Or I think someone was staying in this house, but I just didn't like the way I had decorated it. And here, I feel like I did a lot better of a job, to be honest with you. Even here, it's not completely finished to me, but this is what it looks like. Let me put this down so you guys can see. This is the entryway. Going into this room, this is supposed to be like a formal dining room, if that makes sense. And then it goes to this hallway that leads to the laundry room. Their washing machine is broken. This is the utility room. There's actually a water heater in here. Go back out this way. This leads to this stairway, and then the living room or family room, whatever you want to call it. Over back here is a bathroom, and then a hallway that leads to an office. And then go through here. This is the dining room where, you know, they have most of their meals when they want to sit together. This is the kitchen with a bit of an office space over here. This is supposed to be a pantry, but like I said, this house is not 100% finished. This is Dennis's room and his bathroom back here. And I think that's it for this part. You know, here's the backyard and the garage. There's not much going on in there. Then if we go upstairs, we got the hallway. Back there is Vivian's room, and I think, okay, no, her bathroom's right here. And then this is the master bedroom. This is their closet, and then this is their bathroom. This is Olivia's room. Alright, that's her room back there. This is her bathroom. And then over here is the baby's room and a playroom area. Like I said, house is not finished. And then Olivia's hamster is back here. Alright, so that is their house. It's a pretty big house, but you know, it works for them. There's a lot of people in here. So that's what's going on with that. And so now we are going to the next household. Okay, so we are, child, there's a lot going on. Okay, so we are back, and we are actually in Oasis Springs. All right, as y'all can see here, there's a lot going on. Okay, and we are actually in the holiday household. This is summer holiday. Now, I'm be honest with y'all. I see a lot of people give summer holiday a lot of good endings. If it's not Liberty Lee that ends up with Travis, it's Summer. And clearly, I didn't do that. I didn't go down that route. To me, in this universe, Summer and Travis and Liberty do not know each other, did not grow up together, did not go to school together. Travis and Liberty, of course, know each other, grew up together, went to school together, and got married, as y'all seen. Still not a very happy marriage, but they're together. And then as for Summer Holiday, in my mind, in this universe, Summer Holiday, she got some trash right here, is Trailer Park Trash. She grew up in very poor circumstances. Her mother was a prostitute, and her dad was one of her mother's clients, and she got pregnant. He was overjoyed. She wasn't too happy about it, but kept the baby anyway because she knew that would get her a check. As far as I'm concerned, Summer's father spoiled the mess out of her when he could. However, her mother, she was around. She wasn't the best mother in the world, but she was around. She did her job. But she also taught Summer a lot of the wrong things, and because of that, Summer pretty much is going in the same direction as her mother did. I don't know what that is in the back. What is that? I think that's part of the stair. The railing. I don't know. They need to fix that. That is so annoying. Anyway, so yeah, Summer now herself is also a prostitute who happens to be pregnant with her second child. Alright, and Summer gets around a lot. She actually just moved into this trailer, mobile home, whatever you want to call it. She used to live in something a lot smaller than this, but was actually able to get enough money to move out. So this is where she lives now. It is very pink. Even her last place was pink. That is her favorite color. This is her son's room. What is her son's? Oh no, this is her daughter's room. I'm sorry. She had a daughter. Her daughter's name right now is it a boy or is it a girl? I think it is a boy. Hold on. Let me look at her family tree, child. I forget. Okay, so this is her son. Okay, so I was correct. So this is her son. This is her son's room. This is Brennan. His name is not going to stay that, but that's his name for now, Brennan. And she had him with the landlord, Pena Lee, from Summering, right? I think he's from Summering. So yeah, that's his baby. He's one of her clients, whatever. And then the baby she's currently pregnant with, I might as well just go ahead and show y'all if I can find it. I don't forgot who exactly it is. Simon. Who is that? And she's having a girl. I don't know who's Simon Scott. Simon Scott is from Henford on Bagley. Because I do remember her messing with a black guy. So, hold on, let me see. Okay, I didn't want to go there.
Rennie George.
Child, let me see. I'm not seeing a Simon here, child. Oh, right here. Yep, see, I told you. He's from Henford on Bagley. And his wife is Sarah Scott. Yeah, it's a lot going on. So this is her little roster right here. You see some familiar faces. Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on with her. Alright. Right now she's being a mother. Compared to her own mother, Summer actually likes being a mother. She doesn't mind it. She doesn't want to have too many kids, so I think she will go ahead and, you know, tie up them tubes after this one or the next one, and that'll pretty much be it. But yeah, you know, she gets a good child support check from these people and whatnot. Out of all of them, as y'all can see, she has a very good relationship with Travis. She did have a really good relationship with Pena at a point, but I think it dwindled after they had their kid because he didn't want kids. He was actually very mad that she kept it. So yeah, that's the story with Miss Summer over here. All right, all right. We're going to the next household now. So we are in the next household. We are still in Oasis Springs, okay? And this actually is the Caliente household. However, they are going to look very different because these are not the Calientes y'all are used to. So where is he at? So up here, this is Nestor. All right, this is Nestor Caliente. If you guys know anything about the Caliente family tree, this is Nina and Dina Caliente's grandfather. I started with them because like I told you guys, like in this new save that I'm starting, a lot of the older Sims that I want to use as, like, you know, the rich Sims that have been around and core families or whatever that, you know, people would normally talk about, you know, these rich families that people kind of look as celebrities, or you just know about them due to like their lineage and their wealth. That's what the Calientes are supposed to be for Oasis Springs. They're supposed to be one of those families. And so that's why I started so early in their timeline, or like so far back in their timeline, and decided to make their grandfather and kind of play out, you know, their family tree until I got to Nina and Dina again. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So this is Nestor. He's up here playing chess. He actually needs to be going to work. However, I wanted you guys to see him before he left. And he is married to his wife, who's down here. Her name is Dulciana, right? Dulciana? Or is it Dulcina? I think it's Dulcina. This is Dulcina. Alright, she's so cute. Now, I did go based off what they look like in Sims 3, and she had a darker skin tone. So, I just made her a dark-skinned black girl, Afro. I feel like she's Afro-Latina. Like, that's what it gives, to be honest with you. But I'm not even really sure. But that's just what we gonna go with. But this is her. She's so pretty. Her and her husband are in a very loving relationship, loving marriage. So, they're good. However, Nestor did get abducted by aliens, as goes the story. And so they do actually have their two sons here. They have their oldest son already, who is, I think this is Flamenco. This is Flamenco, aka the father of future Nina and Dina. And then they have their alien son here, who is Tango Caliente. This is the alien baby. I don't know why. He might be in his human form. I'm not really sure what's going on. Normally he does not have the skin tone. Normally he looks like a little alien. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, because he don't always look like this. So either way, that's him. This is their two babies. Now I do want to see, because I forget. I don't know if she's pregnant or she'll just gain weight due to being pregnant the first time. So I'm going to just double check, because I don't remember. Is she pregnant? No, she's not pregnant. So she just gained weight. That's all. Alright. So yeah, that's their household. I don't plan on them staying here in this save file. I'm actually going to move them to the newer one, because they just make more sense there instead of here. For my own reasons and storytelling. But this is their house. I didn't really change much of it. It's just a place for them to live for now. I did build them a house actually, and actually that's this house right here. Since, you know, in the game they're a pretty wealthy family. And, you know, their future grandkids are pretty like money hungry. and are gold diggers, known gold diggers. So this is going to be their future home that I've already saved. I'm going to put it in that new save file as well. So yeah, that is the Calientes. And we're going to go to the next household. Alright y'all, so we are in the next household. Now, I'll be honest with y'all, I'm not going to show y'all every household in this save, okay? This was just so y'all could get the gist. So I'm going to show you like 2 more households after this. But this is the infamous Sierra, okay? So this is Sierra Havens, alright? And we are currently in Semi-Shuno. She is doing that thing where she about to throw up, so I'm assuming she's, oh shit. Ugh, they need to fix that glitch. But I'm assuming she's pregnant again. She already got 2 babies. One by Travis and one by this man who is her boyfriend. This is her boyfriend. This is John. John used to be a landlord of the apartment that her, Travis, Liberty used to live in. Sierra used to live with her roommate at that time. I'm not about to explain all that because I think I might do a current household with some of these Sims now that I'm sitting here showing them to y'all. But yeah, so that's who this is. He's actually really loaded now that he had that job. So him and Sierra haven't seen each other since then. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he's more into her than she is to him. And he kind of locked her in because, you know, he's willing to take care of her, really. Her goal in life is to be famous, so she wants to be a famous celebrity. Having all these kids and playing house is really not for her. She's really not into all that, but she's willing to play nice and do what she has to do because it means that her kids, even though she did not want them right now, she has them and it means they get taken care of. So that's what's going on with this. She's not fully aware exactly how much money that he has. She just knows that he does have enough to afford this place. Basically. So yeah, that's what's going on with this. At a point in time, she was in a bit of a throuple between him, John, and Travis. I think, from what I remember, she kind of cut that off because I think she like it was too much. So yeah, that's what's going on with them. Sarah does indeed get around though. I will tell you that. All right. If she wanted to be in Summer's profession, she could. So this is her boyfriend, or I think they might be married at this point. I know my Sims tend to elope whenever they feel like it. So yeah, they're actually married. They eloped. That's usually how this works in my game. They elope. Because like I told y'all, I don't do weddings. But she has and is been seeing Nicholas Grant. Alright. This is he's not showing it. Okay, so this is Nicholas. I think he's an older man from what I remember. I'm not fully sure. She was seeing Leo. They're not really seeing each other like that. He's seeing somebody else. Dennis, as y'all saw earlier, and Travis. As I told y'all earlier. Alright, so that's what's going on with this household. Will John ever leave Sierra? I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that they're married, probably not. Will Sierra go out and do her thing to be famous? I'm gonna be honest with you, probably. So yeah, that's what's going on with this household. And we're gonna go to the next one. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that might be it. If I find another household, there'll be one more. But I think this next one might be it. So let's go on to the next household. so we are in our last household, and these two Sims are actually Liberty Lee's parents. Okay, this is Lily Lee. Okay, and then this is Tom Lee, and they have a cat named Tiger. And believe it or not, Lily is actually pregnant, and she's pregnant with their son. Wow, it's so crazy. So yeah, that's them, and then this is their house. We are here in Mount Komorebi, as I told you that they lived in earlier. Okay, so this is their house. Their house is actually like one of my favorite houses that I've ever built and decorated. Now it looks very simple. Okay, looks very simple. I kept it very simple on purpose, but it's one of my favorites because of the way I decorated it. So let's start with this carport. Okay, so this is a carport for all the little cars and things like that. That's Tom's in the back. This is front, and the front is actually Lily's. This is like her favorite car right here. And then, this is the car that they had together. Whatever. And then, this back here is their little eating outside area. They do think about their grandchildren a lot, that they have a Travis and Liberty, so they got them little, art desk out here, so that when the boys come over, well, there's actually 2 boys and a girl. When their grandkids come over, they could, do art and all that. Alright, and then this is the backyard before I show you guys inside. This is the backyard. They got the little laundry line out here, a little pool for the grandbabies, a picnic blanket, sitting area. Lily likes to do gardening. Got a little bird feeder out here and all that. Okay. Alright, going back to inside. Alright, now we are in Mount Komorebi. This is this little area where they take off their shoes, little entryway. I did put their laundry in here. It just seemed like the best fit, so I put that in here. The cat's litter box thing is in here. As y'all can see, the sign, no shoes. Alright, and then you walk in, and this is their kitchen. Okay, I love the kitchen. It's so cute. Okay, period. Going in here is their dining room, and they have a little office in here. Alright, and then little cat things in here as well. And then this room back here is actually Liberty's room, so when she comes to visit, she sleeps in there. Going through here, that door, this is the living room area. Alright, this is where they usually are, especially in like the evening time. This room right here is for the kids. They're definitely gonna have to put another crib in here. So there's that, and then back here is their bedroom, and I think this is a Jack and Jill bathroom. So this bathroom actually leads to the baby's room, and then their room. All right, so that is the house. I love this house. This is Liberty's bathroom right here. I forgot to show you guys that. So yeah, this is Liberty's bathroom. All right, so I love this house. It's like one of my favorite houses. I love looking at it. I don't know, I just love this house a lot. So yeah, they, I think, I just came from a walk. I do be having them walk all up and down here. So, they live pretty simple lives. Alright. Okay, my game is lagging. They don't really have a lot of drama like that. However, they do know about their daughter and their daughter's husband's drama. They do know about that. They've actually met some of his baby mamas. Liberty's mother, though, I will say, is not a girl's girl, because when she was staying there, okay, so she went to go stay with them before Tom did, right? And when she was staying there, she actively kept hitting on Travis. And Travis would hit on her. Like, she would actively ask Travis if they could sleep together. So, child, she a little bit of a snake for her. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, she was thoroughly willing to sleep with her son-in-law. Like, girl. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe her husband was gone and she was just in heat. I don't know. But yeah, since I've had her husband, because like I made her first, I didn't make him till later. So for the sake of gameplay, in my mind, he was still living here. Maybe because of his job or whatever, and so she kind of went along first, and then he came later. But yeah, before I made him, and it was just her, girl, she was in heat. And she was in heat, something serious, okay? So, since I've made him, and they've moved, the flirting has stopped. Travis has come down here. Liberty has come down here. They visit. So yeah, it's like a whole thing. So yeah. So that's all my households that I'm going to show you guys today. There are more households in New Chris, but I didn't feel like going through everybody, and like I said, I think I'm going to make some current household videos since I did start season 2 and I haven't made another video in quite a while. I think it's been like 8 months from what I checked today. So I will be working on that, but I wanted to give you guys this video in the meantime since I can't really do too much with my other world save at the moment. And I just wanted to show you guys this one so you guys can get acquainted with it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And with that being said, like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. And stay safe out there, guys. Bye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.